Hey, 66 Gamer here with another reasonable mod showcase, and this one is awesome. This is the Mac Defense M917A3 by Deathcore Boy 1, and this thing looks fantastic. Uh, I don't know that the U.S. military actually adopted this truck. I haven't seen it in the Army. Not that I've seen everything that's actually issued in the Army, but um, it seemed like more like a prototype truck. Maybe they were trying to get somebody to buy on a contract. But this is a really nice looking mod. It costs 118,000 in-game dollars, and let's take a look at this thing. So we've got the some custom engines with proper descriptions, which is pretty awesome. Um, and it looks like trademarked names, so these must be like relevant Mac engines. I'm kind of a guessing on that. But we got three engines. We got the MP7, which the only difference you can see in the power to weight ratio between the MP7 and the well, you can't see a difference in the MP8 and the MP7 on the power to weight ratio, but the MP8 seems to consume more fuel for almost $13,000 credits. We'll call it credits. And but the Mac MP8 HE bumps the truck all the way up to an S plus on the power to weight ratio and a B minus on the fuel. So that's interesting. We got three transmissions, kind of a normal cost there. Three suspensions, which the default and high is a very modest difference in height, but the aftermarket is definitely lifted for sure. That's quite obvious. Um, so, yep. So three levels of suspension. This is what throws me off a little bit. There's only one tire choice. Maybe he's going to add some later. Just seems a little weird to have two different lifted suspensions and you keep the same tire size. But maybe there might not be enough room to. There we go. All right. I mean, there's not a whole lot of room in between those rear axles to increase the tire size much more, so maybe that's the issue. That might actually be a problem. I mean, you could go like a little bit bigger, but not much. As you can see, this is a very nice model, nice textures. I mean, I'd say it's pretty much almost on par with the stock in-game trucks as far as texturing. It's very nice. Very nice model. And let's see if we go over the back here. I got the whole Driveline. Everything seems to mate up. The drive shafts actually mate up to the axles, which on some of the trucks in the game don't actually do that. Got airbag suspension on every axle. There is no rear steer on that fourth axle though, which does hurt the turning radius. We'll see that when we take it for test drive. All right, let's keep moving. We got four winches. You got your basic long, extended strong, and strong. That extended strong winch is about almost 19,000 credits. I like the spare wheel. Let's take that because diff lock is engaged. You can get an engageable diff lock. And let's get that off-road gearbox. Frame add-ons. All these frame add-ons work with the spare tire, which is nice. So this is a nice military-style cargo bed with fold-down benches for troops. Um, I would say the wood looks a little too nice for a military truck. That looks like stained like cherry wood or something, you know, like a nice wood. It's way too nice looking for a military truck. Um, we've got an open back troops carrier. So it's got the bows. They call those bows that go across there to hold up a, a cover for the bed. And the seats are down, but then there's filled with spare parts. So interesting style choice, I guess. Like, I don't know. So I guess this gives you a couple spare tires and repair points, I'm sure, but you know, takes away the cargo ability. So no cargo points. This bed should have 2 cargo points. Look, he's even got a nice little stain there in the back. Like I said, the texture job on this mod is nice. It's good. I like it. Then we've got the dump truck body, which is badass. This is very nice looking. And it's got some crazy like multi-hinged system on the back here, I guess. Not quite sure what all that does. But it looks like, yeah, some sort of... There's probably multiple ways to actually open that dump gate. So that's pretty interesting. And then we've got the service personnel carrier. Troop transportation add-on used to transport utilities and personnel wherever needed, useful to repair trucks in the field. So this may be like a bigger repair point thing. What we'll do is when we take it on test drive, we'll change out the add-ons and then we'll see what options we have available. So let's just go with the cargo attachment's pretty cut and dry. That's going to be basically for 2 points of cargo. But let's go with the dump body because one, it looks it looks awesome. So headlights are in customization visuals. You've got fender mirrors, which I imagine they probably don't work. But you know what? Let's find out. This is kind of a weird thing. The headlights are optional. A little weird. I don't know if those still work. We'll test that out. Deathcore Boy 1, he does actually, so I think these high poly, high detail headlights are something he got from another mod maker maybe, and maybe that's why they're an option. Maybe they weren't part of the original model. He does credit some other people in the mod.io description. Okay, front bumper. The heavy bumper is much more military looking to me. This one kind of looks like an aftermarket job. Not that it looks bad, it just that doesn't really ring true to like what would come on the truck. That definitely does. So we'll go with the heavy bumper. Rims, can't really change them. They're very nicely detailed though, and super heavy duty looking. Really like the wheels and tires. It's a very interesting tire tread. I'm interested if that's an actual real, based off a real tire, because I haven't actually I don't think I've seen anything like that. So enough about. Oh, and there's no color options. Maybe that'll come later. He said I think it's an ongoing project. He'll keep updating it. Pretty sure. So let's take it for a drive. Very nice. Oh, let's back up. Oh, let's make sure it has trailer options. I wonder... Oh! It can take scout trailers. Okay, very nice. And the regular trailers. Very nice. There is no saddle option, if you guys noticed. I think this truck would lend itself very well to a saddle option. I mean, it's got 3 rear axles. But, yeah, no saddle option. So, you can take scout trailers and regular trailers. Pretty cool. So you'd be like, well, what do you need a dump bed for, right? Well, it can take cargo, that's why. 2 points of cargo. The only problem with the dump bed and cargo is that the straps will clip through the sides of the bed. So if you're like OCD or that stuff like that bothers you, well, that's going to bother you because the straps come through the side of the bed. I don't know that there's anything that can be done about that. So that's kind of unfortunate. But the dump bed, which I think looks great on this model, I think the truck it looks fantastic in this setup. Now the concrete stuff doesn't for some reason. Oh, that doesn't clip through either. Bricks clip through a little bit. Service spare parts don't. Yep, fuel does. So some things don't, some things do. Concrete stuff doesn't. But the dump bed is useful for cargo. Very nice. I don't think these are custom engine sounds. They don't sound very... Yeah, that sounds like a standard SnowRunner truck. If I'm mistaken, I apologize. But it doesn't sound unique enough, I guess, to really stand out. But man, this thing looks good. So, a few design flaws, not with the mod, it's just the truck itself, right? So with a rigid frame, a straight rigid frame, and 3 rear axles on the back, it doesn't take much for one tire or an entire axle to not be applying pressure to the ground. Basically, you're losing. It doesn't take much to lose an entire axle's worth of traction, and that's just because of the three tri-axle setup. It's, like here, let's go. Ooh. See, so now the rear axle is just hanging in the air, not helping us. So that's just kind of a design flaw, or just maybe not a design flaw necessarily, but a constraint of the design. Actually, we got 2 axles in the air at one point there. So I'm not sure this truck was maybe marketed for like super rough terrain duty, but maybe, but oh man, it just looks so good. He's done such a nice job with this. So now if you go to the mod.io page, you were told up front that this truck does not have a modeled interior. So don't be shocked when you're like, oh, it looks fine at first, and then you notice, wait a minute, what's going on with the hands there? The hands are coming through the hood. That's very odd. And then so it's like, well, I mean, it's modeled. It's not it's not an HD texture pack. It's very simple. But then you turn around and then you see the frame of the truck like clipping through. I don't know. There's something weird going on. Just don't drive this thing in first person, to be honest. If you don't do that, it looks great. It's fantastic. Job well done. It's a very nice mod. Okay, so what were we going to do outside the garage? Oh, yeah. Let's change out the frame add-ons. Oh, and we saw the fender mirrors don't work in first person either, so. Okay, troop carrier cargo. Wait, we need to need to, where's... dump body. Okay, what is that? Oh, that's the spare tire. Add-on Ruda? Okay, interesting. So let's put on the... Okay, that's just a cargo bed. Well, let's put it on anyways. And let's see if... Okay, we have... Oh, we have a spare tire. Spare wheel. So the spare wheel does not provide repair points, just a spare wheel. I like that. It's nice and balanced. No ridiculous 10,000 repair points for your spare tire nonsense. Okay. So, troop carrier is just for cargo. Okay, here we go. No cover. Now let's check this out. Repair. Spare wheel and, 800 repair points and 3 more tires. So with the spare wheel and this bed add-on, we get We get 800 points and 4 tires worth of repair stuff. Very nice. So let's try the next one. Which would be dump body, Mack. Where's it at? Maintainer? No. Where's the troop carrier? No cover. Dump body. Diff lock. Oh, here we go. Troop carrier. This one. Oh, okay. It's the same. Service personnel carrier, 800 points, 3 tires. So I guess it's just a style choice then. Okay, so it's basically just a cosmetic difference. Do you want to be staring at your spare tires and spare parts the whole time, or would you like a nice universal camouflage digi pattern cargo tarp? So it's just a cosmetic choice. That's cool. Good to know. And then 270 liters of fuel, kind of average in SnowRunner for some of these medium duty trucks. So there it is. There's the Mack Defense M917A3 from Deathcore Boy 1 with some help from some other people. It's free on mod.io, and it is a very nice mod. It's a very reasonable mod. It is not overpowered. There's no ridiculousness going on. So, job well done to Deathcore Boy 1. This is lovely. I might actually use this in game, because again, it does cost money. So you'd have to buy it in your campaign game, which is more than fair. Let's see if we can, more than fair. So we've spent about 20 minutes on this one mod just because this truck is... Oh, so you see stuff, if you see stuff glowing blue, it's because for some reason sometimes when you go change things in the garage, you actually need to hit reload. And there it goes, it'll go away. So now the truck is fully reloaded into the game with all the choices you made for it. Oh, that's way steeper than I thought. So, fantastic looking mod. I think it's well balanced with the options and everything. You know, the drawback would be the triaxle design in the back. It doesn't take much to get one or two tires not providing any grip on rough terrain. And then the turning radius is hindered because there's no rear steer. So you've got 3 non-steering axles, which, whoa, 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 ooh, came down hard right there. Which is going to hinder you a little bit in maneuverability. But fantastic job. I really like it, and I'm looking forward to more mods like this because this is wonderful. So check the link in the description. Go download this mod, give it a nice upvote, and we'll see you guys on the next reasonable mod showcase. See ya.